Bitcoin is down about 40 to 50% from its all-time high. It hit about 126,000 in October. Right now, it's sitting around 60 to 70K, and everyone's got an opinion on what's going on, what this means. But I took a look into the actual data, who's buying, who's selling, how much, and what I found is honestly more interesting than the price predictions. So let me show you. When Bitcoin drops, the conversation is normally, where is price going? How low will it go? Is this the bottom? Should I buy now? But those questions are almost impossible to answer. Nobody knows where the price is gonna go. Anyone who tells you they do is straight up lying. The better question is, and the one question that the data can actually answer is, who is selling right now? Why is it that the price is suppressed? Because if the people who are selling are long-term holders, the ones who have been through many cycles, that means something different than if it is new investors who are coming in and came in just in the last run-up. Those two scenarios look the exact same on the chart, but they're not the same thing. So I pulled the on-chain data, and here's what it actually shows. Wallets that have held Bitcoin for more than 155 days without moving it, those are the people who have been through multiple cycles. They're not reacting to the bad news every week. They're holding for the long term. At the start of February, they were selling at significant rates. By March 1st, their net selling dropped to 87%. They went from offloading hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin to almost nothing. They're not panic selling. They actually stopped. Wallet holders between 100,000 and a million Bitcoin, large institutional holders, added about 13,000 Bitcoin in late February. They haven't sold it since. Smaller whales, 1,000 to 10,000 Bitcoin, also started accumulating February 25th. They're not running, they're buying. The smaller wallets, 1 to 10 Bitcoin or 10 to 100 Bitcoin, those are the ones in heavy distribution right now. The accumulation trend is near zero. But when you break it down, the selling is almost entirely from the smaller holders of Bitcoin. So you've got a split. The big long-term money have actually stopped selling. The new retail investors are selling. Now ask yourself, what does that mean? Now, I want to be clear, this data may not suggest a bottom is coming, or we still might have a long way down, but here's how I'm reading this. The people selling right now are the ones who came in during the last run up. They bought somewhere around 90 to 120K. They've been watching it drop for months and they're tapping out. That's human nature. It's a symptom of fear. The people holding and the ones buying more are the ones who have been through this before. They saw 2022, the drop from 68K to 16K. They held through that and they're not selling. This doesn't mean that price can't go lower. The short-term holders cost basis is around 70,000 right now, meaning a lot of people are currently at break even or slightly at a loss. If they decide to sell, that's pressure. But the on-chain picture tells me that smart money isn't running, and it's enough for me to stick to my plan. Now, onto the part where I talk about what I'm actually doing. My DCA strategy of $250 per week is still running. That doesn't change regardless of what price does. That's the whole point of automating that, is so that I don't have to think about it, I don't have to act on it. And I've got limit orders set below the current price. Those are still there. If Bitcoin drops to 60K, I want to be buying, not waiting. So those are set up to protect me in the case that it drops lower and I'm not ready to buy myself. Now's the part where I show you my actual portfolio and where it's sitting right now. So I am currently invested about $1,000. I've had 4 DCAs hit, and I'm sitting at about a $40 to $50 loss in total. Not that big a deal. Now, to be clear, the amount that has dropped or gone up is essentially noise. I'm not paying attention to all of it, but we are in a small loss as of right now. I have another 9,000 sitting in cash. If you count the limit orders as not cash, then I'm sitting at about 3,000 in cash. The rest is in my limit orders. Now, onto the last bit, I want to give a kind of overarching summary of what we talked about. Bitcoin is down, which we've been here before. You know, it's down pretty significantly from its all-time highs. The price could go lower. I genuinely don't know if it will, but I'm prepared for it. What I do know is that the people who have been here the longest have basically stopped selling. The ones who are experienced, the ones who know what they're doing, they're not selling. And it's actually the case that the big players in this market are buying more. The people selling are the ones who got in late, who haven't been here for past cycles. They aren't experienced with the volatility, and that's very telling. And this ultimately tells me that my thesis is still intact and my plan doesn't change. If you're watching this and you're down in your portfolio and you're not sure what to do, the only thing I'd say is go look at the data, do some research for yourself. Don't make a decision based on how you feel. Make it based on what you actually know. Now, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please subscribe if you want to follow along to the journey. Drop a comment. Are you holding, buying, or selling right now? Tell me what your plans are. I want to know where people actually are in their portfolio. I want to see how you guys are doing. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.